Hi, this practice is the body scan practice, and this allows us to train our attention to pay specific awareness to particular parts of our body, both the outside of the body and the inside of the body, the various sensations that are present for us in our moment-to-moment experience when we train our attention to become aware. So we try to also cultivate during the body scan practice a sense of curiosity or beginner's mind, as though we are engaging with different parts of our body as though for the very first time. And also cultivate a sense of kindliness towards the different parts of our body. So we'll begin to the sound of the bowl. To begin, I would invite you to pay attention to your posture, and for this practice you may wish to lie down or to sit in a comfortable chair. So choosing a posture that is as comfortable as it is possible for you to be. And if you're lying down, you might want to ensure that your back is comfortable. If you have any difficulties, you can always bend your knees. But at any time during the practice, if you notice an area of discomfort, please take a moment to adjust your posture so that you're as comfortable as is possible for you to be. The intention of this practice is to train our mind to pay attention systematically to different parts of the body, so that we increase our awareness of what's available to us in any given moment within the body. Perhaps also noticing any thoughts as well as physical sensations, perhaps any emotional tones that might be present. We might want to take a moment to check in with why we practice mindfulness. What motivates us to learn mindfulness? Is it perhaps to drop out of our heads more often, connect with our bodies, be able to listen to the wisdom of the body, knowing when to perhaps reduce our striving and relax a little? Perhaps check in with your own motivation for practicing mindfulness. And then allowing any sense of intention and motivation to fade away from the mind's eye. And then I would invite you to gather up your attention and place it upon your breath, noticing how the breath first enters the body and how the body makes small and subtle adjustments to allow the breath in. And then perhaps notice a slight pause before the body releases the breath and lets it go. Then again another pause before the body once again opens up to receive the breath. And you may wish to, If you notice that the mind is busy or there's any particular tensions around, you may wish to at this point take a few settling breaths. A few breaths that are slightly deeper or slightly longer. For the next few breaths. And then I'd invite you to let go of controlling your breath in any way and simply allow your body to return to just breathing for itself without any effort from us. And perhaps allow ourselves to become aware of the whole body sitting here breathing. The whole body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes, from the back of the body to the front of the body, from the left side of the body all the way over to the right side of the body. Getting a sense of the whole body sitting here, surrounded by space. Or if you're lying, the whole body lying on the ground or the bed or the mat. And then my invite to you is to gather up your attention and to place it on both of your big toes, so that the spotlight of your attention is very much narrowed down onto the big toes on your feet. And then broadening out that spotlight of attention to include all the other toes and perhaps the spaces between the toes, including the sole of the foot, the ankle, the top of the foot, so that we're holding both feet within the spotlight of our attention. Being curious regarding any and all sensations that may be present for us in this moment, in this part of our body. There may be sensations of warmth or coolness, sensations of pressure or lightness, tingling or numbness. Whatever's present, see if it's possible to just allow it to be there with a sense of curiosity. Feeling from inside this part of our body, as well as the surface. And if as we go through this practice there are any parts of your body that become troublesome or threaten to overwhelm you emotionally, you're always welcome to skip a part of the body and just return to your breath or sound until we move on. The invite now is on the next in-breath, as best you can, imagine breathing all the way down into your feet, and then on the out breath, imagine the breath coming out from your feet. And on the next in-breath, allow your feet to dissolve from the spotlight of your awareness, and moving your attention now up to include the lower leg, the calf, the sides of the legs, the shins, the knees, the bony bit at the front and the fleshy bit at the back. Moving up to include the upper thigh, the front of the upper thigh, so that we're holding the whole of our legs in the spotlight of our attention. Being curious, what sensations are here in this part of my body? And if, as we're doing this practice, our mind wander, that's okay. It might wander off on a story or a memory. Simply notice the mind has wandered, and gently, yet firmly, escort your attention back to both legs, noticing perhaps any and all sensations that are present in this moment. And then I'd invite you on the next in-breath to imagine breathing in to this part of your body. And on the next out-breath, imagining the breath coming out from this part of the body. Then when you're ready, allowing this part of the body to dissolve from our awareness, and moving the spotlight of our attention up to include the sitting bones, the pelvic area, the lower abdomen, the lower back, the upper back, over the shoulders, including the chest area, so that we're holding the whole of our torso and all that is cradled within it in the spotlight of our attention. Noticing any and all sensations that may be present for us in this part of our body. Being curious, what sensations are here for me in this moment? And then on the next in-breath, imagine the breath filling up this part of the body and releasing from this part of the body. And then allowing this part of the body to dissolve from our awareness, moving the spotlight of our attention up to include the throat, the back of the neck, noticing any sensations that might be in this part of our body. And then on the next in-breath, imagining the in-breath coming into this part of the body and leaving from this part of the body. As we allow this part of our body to dissolve from our awareness and move our attention down into our arms, the upper arms, the elbows, the lower arms, wrists, palms and back of our hands, all the way through to the tips of our fingers, so that we're holding both arms as they leave the torso all the way down to the tips of our fingers in the spotlight of our awareness. Noticing any and all sensations that may be present for us. And then on the next in-breath, breathing into this part of our body and breathing out from this part of our body. And letting this dissolve from our mind's eye as we bring our attention to include our head, the back of our head, top of our head, forehead, eyes, nose, mouth, chin, jaw, sides of our head and the ears, and all that it offers to us, holding this within the spotlight of our attention. Becoming curious by any sensations that might be present. On the next in-breath, imagining breathing into this part of our body and breathing out from this part of our body as we extend our awareness to include not just the head, but the neck and throat, shoulders, arms, torso, sitting bones, legs and feet, so that we hold the whole of our body within the spotlight of our awareness. And the space surrounding the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Curious regarding any sensations, and if there are no sensations, simply register a blank. There's no right and wrong way to experience the practice. There's simply the practice. And as we come towards the end of this short body scan, perhaps take a moment to register any benefit that we may have gained from practicing. And may we continue to reap the benefits as we go forth with our day.